Hey friends, today we're catching up with Father Kerry of St. Therese, the Little Flower Catholic Church in North Rapid City.
Well, St. Therese began in the late 30s in North Rapid. There was new development up there, and they wanted to have a church where people could go in their community or in their neighborhood. And really today it sits in a neighborhood on Adams Street, just 2 blocks north of the Monument Arena, and serves everything north of Omaha Street and all the way out to Box Elder and up into Meade County. So we have a large area, but I have to say St. Therese Church is more of a working class parish. We have a lot of older families, but because the housing in our area is cheaper, we have new young families moving in, and it makes for an interesting mix. We also get some people from the air base, and I'd say St. Therese also attracts people who come from rural areas who had smaller churches and are really comfortable in a smaller community. St. Therese was a woman who at a very young age wanted to be a religious sister. Several of her sisters had gone into the convent before her, and she wanted to become a sister when she was 12, in part because those elder sisters had taken the place of her mother when her mother died. She came from a place called Lisieux in France, and she actually went with her father to Rome, and she met with the Pope at that time and asked the Pope special permission to join at her age. And the Pope said, you should wait a few years. So she eventually entered at the age of 15, which was not unusual in those days. And she lived a devout life in the monastery, cloistered, meaning they stayed within the confines. Their work was prayer primarily and what they could do to support themselves. And she died of tuberculosis at age 24. But she's most known for her biography, The Story of a Soul, which she was ordered to write by her sister, who was the superior of that convent at the time. She wrote out her story, and her story resonated with people all over the world. She's called the Little Flower in part because she would ask her Heavenly Father to send her a flower in response to a prayer. And I think she meant flower not in the literal sense, but in a sense of something that could bring her peace or a sense of God's presence. You know, people in her time often thought that getting to know God was difficult. He was distant. He was a father, but he was a father in heaven. In her little way, she said, I'm his child, and no matter what our age is, we're still a child of God. Everybody is welcome to come. And I think if you're coming for the first time, whether you're Catholic or not, you'll see things that aren't usual, completely usual in this ceremony. But you'll also find people who will welcome you and share with you what we're doing and why, and how you're able to participate in it. We have a website for the church, St. Therese Little Flower, Rapid City. Thank you. It's good to be with you.
Thank you.